Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping, otherwise short for Dele London Guna Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. Or is it good morning to you guys? Could you be enjoying your breakfast? Would you be out on holiday? Or is it good afternoon to you guys? Could you be going to the park on a nice sunny afternoon? Or could you be enjoying social time with your friends? Or allow me to say good night and rest well, yeah? Wherever you're watching or listening in the world, this is another match review from last night's game, which finished Arsenal 1, Manchester City 3. A disappointing team performance from Arsenal, especially in the second half. Now, in the first 20-odd minutes, we were on top of Man City. Created an opening, whipped in cross by Zinchenko, who for me had a poor game. Tees up Eddie Nketiah, and a header that should be on target. It's gone wide. Now, Man City, their first clear-cut chance was presented to them through a mistake by a non-characteristic mistake by Takahiro Tomiyasu. Now, I called upon him to start this game, and start this game he did. But for me, it's nothing to do with match fitness or rustiness. He's been fit for a while. He did not look, and he obviously did not concentrate. And he gives the ball away, back pass. He gives a back pass away, a blind back pass, and Kevin De Bruyne launches onto it. And what a sublime finish it was. All right, off the bottom of his shin. But the technique was at his fault. All he has to do is get there before Ramsdale and lob it over him. And what a finish. I was so angry with it, Mr. Tomiyasu. So angry. Because I didn't expect a defensive-minded professional footballer to do that at the highest of all levels. A game of this magnitude that has mattered since the last 15 years. And that's what happens. Never mind. However, to the credit of the players or the team, they did not panic. You know, we were without Thomas Partey. Jorginho stepped in and he did all right. He's the only one who can come out of this fixture. Well, he might be the only one that can come out of this fixture, for me, with some credibility, but not the rest of the team. And I'll be going through the ratings later on, as well as the management and the ref, and especially the fan base. Other than that, before I carry on, yeah, all that I want you to do is show me love, joy, and respect, and smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Smash them up in abundance, yeah? Speaking of love, joy, and respect, yeah? Make sure you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. And if you're watching me for the first time on this disappointing match review, which it is, I do say welcome on board with honor and pleasure. Just share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, yeah? And do help me by, sharing it amongst your friends and relatives, as I already just said. And make sure they share it amongst their friends and relatives. The comment section, if you want to give me your thoughts of the game, from an Arsenal, Man City perspective, or from a football fan perspective? Leave it in the comment section below, yeah? And another thing, your thoughts, your opinions, they're all welcome on board in this comment section. Just remember, my comment section is for positive feedback only, yeah? So keep it respectful. And on top of that, smash the subscribe button for me, yeah? Left, right, and center. Make sure you smash up the subscribe button for me, yeah? Come on, viewers. Where you at? I know I was late by 2 hours and a half, but you know what they say, better late than never. Smash the subscribe button for me, yeah? Remember, I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers and over by hopefully beginning of this year, maybe in the middle or the end of this year. So get subscribing, yeah? Smash up the thumbs up like button. I mean, the subscribe button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately. Remember, if you do subscribe, I will shout you out. I did forget to shout out a new subscriber, so I wasn't too aware, but shout out to yourself, sir or madam. It's nice to have you on board. But bring your family, your friends, encourage them to subscribe to the channel, yeah? Let's get to 1,000 subscribers and over, yeah? Let's be part of this movement. But the main thing is to like, comment, share, and subscribe, yeah? Right, that's all what I needed to say here. Shout out to one viewer there. Better late than never, they say. I like it. But for me, in that first half, yeah, we were all right. We were all right. Thought Saka in stages played well, linked up well with Nketiah, linked up well with Odegaard. And these are certain individuals who didn't perform on the night. And as for the penalty, well, it had something to do with Ederson because he was already booked for time wasting. So was Tomiyasu, and I didn't think he had the best of games. He was average at best. But Ederson was booked for time wasting. And then just before half time, we get a penalty. Now, Eddie Nketiah has the shot cleared off the line. The referee gives the penalty. At first, I didn't know what for, but when I look at it again, as I watched it back over and over again, it was something to do with Ederson. Ederson is deemed to have clattered into Eddie Nketiah. That's what the referee saw. Or someone in Stockley Park got onto the earpiece of the referee and said, give that penalty. One way or the other, it was given. I had my hands over my face like this. And I couldn't watch. But with Bukayo Saka's nerves of steel, I should believe more. And he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. 1-1. It's what we deserved for our performance and efforts. Well, for our effort in that first half. Second half, totally opposite. Absolutely, totally opposite. Giving the ball away, trying to play up from the back. Let's face it, we tried to play up from the back against a team who's got a manager who created that style of play in Pep Guardiola. He's the man that brought the playing out from the back into the Premier League. He is the ultimate messiah at that style of play. And Arsenal fell for the trap. They tried to outdo Manchester City in that respect. Are these players clowns? Are they stupid or something? What was Arteta thinking? Why couldn't he have instructed the lads not to do it? Play it safe. Be a little bit pragmatic. Change the way that we approach Man City. And the difference between Man City and Arsenal in that second half, Man City wanted it more. They worked harder than us. They outperformed us, and they were ruthless in front of goal. Yes, the second goal, Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães with the stupid pass, giving the ball away carelessly, and I mean carelessly, that led to the second goal. All right, Tomiyasu tried to block the attempt. Well, tried to block Grealish's goal. Yes, it was a little deflection, and that's through Tomiyasu trying to slide in and block it, but he didn't get tight. Well, he was never going to get tight enough. We were overstretched, overcommitted. Third goal, again, ball given away. Another gift. I think it was suspiciously it had something to do with Granit Xhaka giving the ball away. Have a look at Alexander. Can't even pronounce his name. Have a look at Alexander Zinchenko's positioning. Shocking. Kevin De Bruyne, he's allowed Kevin De Bruyne to run in behind him. He is so not aware of the runner in behind him. And that runner was De Bruyne. He receives the through ball put to him. He cuts it back. Haaland, one chance on target in the back of the net. Whereas Eddie Nketiah, 3 opportunities, none on target. Now, that's the difference between a world-class number 9 striker in Erling Braut Haaland and a Hyde Park number 9 striker in Eddie Nketiah. Who the heck in this fan base produced a tune? Your defense is in trouble. Nketiah's in the room. He's in the room, but Man City's defense was in safe hands. Let's be real about it. Let's get this real and straight. No playing games. Anyway, enough said about the match. My match review of the game and my personal view of the game. We were just not good enough on the night. And now it's 4 games in all competitions without a win. We've lost 8 points out of a possible 9 in the last 3 league games. Only 1 point collected in that sequence. We're going to Villa Park, where Unai Emery will be waiting for us. And that guy is going to have a hell of a lot of fire in his tummy. And I do mean a hell of a lot of fire in his tummy. It's going to be a tough game. The only thing that can help us get the win against the Villa is if Aston Villa decides to defend worse than what we defend. And that's the only way we get those 3 points. I am getting hugely concerned with our defending. Shocking. They're not organised. They don't look disciplined enough. And they don't look like they're going to defend as a cohesive unit anytime soon. That is the huge concern that I have with that Arsenal back line. Midfield yesterday, Jorginho was all right, but Rodri dominated that area all over the park. And in attack, Haaland is a world-class striker. 1 chance, goal, on target. 33 goals this season in all damn competition. The Premier League's top leading goal scorer. Yeah, let's get it straight. We haven't beaten Manchester City in a Premier League game since 2015. December. Not good enough. Just not good enough. Anyways, without further ado, the player ratings. In goal, Aaron Ramsdale. He cannot be faulted for any of the goals. But, again, you talk about playing that from the back. There were just too many times where he was playing risky passes after risky passes. And that annoyed me. Someone said to me Aaron Ramsdale was absolutely S. I disagreed with the gentleman. I'm not going to call him out here because I've got big respect for him. But he did not cover himself. Well, the fan who said that Aaron Ramsdale was S, he did not give him no respect. I had to totally disagree with him. For me, the goals are not on him. They're on the defenders in front of him. Takehiro Tomiyasu, Gabriel Dos Santos Miguelis, Zinchenko not picking up. The runner, number of faults. Aaron Ramsdale, 5. Aaron Ramsdale 5. Viewer, I said Aaron Ramsdale 5. Agree or not? Leave it in the comment section below. You got your own ratings. Drop it in the comment section below. Come on. Let's have a talk about this. Takehiro Tomiyasu. Bang average. Bang average. All right. In stages, he teed up Eddie Nketiah for a tap-in. Eddie Nketiah should anticipate that cross coming in. But he doesn't anticipate the cross coming in. He slides in and he's just too late. Again, if that is Haaland that has 3 chances for us last night, he scores a hat-trick. Fact. That's a hat-trick. Guaranteed. Eddie Nketiah in front of goal. 3.5. No. Yeah, 3.5. He was one of our worst performers. He wasn't strong enough on the ball. Got bullied by Diaz, whether it was another centre-half, Akanji, who came on. Aki, he was out-muscled, out-bullied by the Man City defenders. Rodri, who dropped in. Nah, he was a bit careless with the ball. 3.5. Am I talking about Eddie Nketiah? Well, I've given him a player rating. But Tomiyasu, I'm going to give Tomiyasu a 4. Sorry, I'll get on to Eddie Nketiah. Yeah, 2 viewers. I'm talking about Eddie Nketiah. Nah, not good enough. Right, William Saliba. What can I say about him? The first, second, even the third goal. Maybe the third goal, he could have anticipated Haaland taking that first touch, but other than that, he didn't do too much. He didn't do anything wrong, but it was one of his most improved games. I think he can escape with a 6 out of 10. Gabriel Dos Santos Miguelis. Carelessly giving the ball away for the second goal. Committed a foul on Haaland, which started outside the box but ended inside the box. The only saving grace for him was VAR ruled it out for offside, and that was a correct decision. He was offside, Haaland. But other than that, Gabriel Dos Santos Miguelis, giving the he took too much time on the ball to play a forward pass. It took too much time again, and bullied by Haaland in the air. Him and Saliba. I'm gonna give him a 4.5. Zinchenko, 2. Absolutely abysmal performance from him. It's as if he had a It's as if he had a Man City shirt underneath the Arsenal one. Seriously, his positioning, defensively, his positioning was inadequate. when he receives the ball, he's in the midfield area at the wrong time, trying to create something. He's out of position when we hit on the counter attack a number of times, and you could say he makes Gabriel Martinelli look bad when he's faced with a 2-on-1 situation because because he causes him to pass the ball back, whatnot. But let's not beat around the bush here. Alexander Zinchenko did not cover himself in glory for the third goal. He allowed Kevin De Bruyne to run inside him so easily. And he reacts by watching him put the cutback onto Haaland's feet, takes his first touch, and it ends up in the back of the net. Can't say any more than that. He gets a sorry too. He must be dropped. This is not being reactionary. This is the last 2, maybe 3 games. Yeah, it's the last 3 games. He needs to be benched for a couple of games, if that. Minimum couple of games. Let's be real. Right, midfield area. Jorginho. He didn't have a bad game. He really didn't have a bad game. He put in interceptions. He's held his position well. He put in a lovely cross for Eddie Nketiah. But again, there's no killer instincts for my number 9. And he allowed the ball to be smothered by Ederson. But other than that, he didn't have a bad game. He held his position well, made interceptions when necessary, and you could see his experience was needed for this fixture. He's played against Man City, so he knows what it takes to defeat Man City, especially when it matters. But other than that, I don't think he had a bad game. You know what? I'm going to give him a 7. I didn't think I would give an Arsenal player no more than a 6.5. No, I'm going to give him a 6.5 and no more, actually. Granit Xhaka. Oh. Below average. It's too slow on the ball. You would think that he's tiring. His legs are giving up on him. Granit Xhaka, for me, he had an opportunity at 2-1. He had an opportunity to pull the trigger or play a pass. He did neither. He tried to beat Ruben Diaz, and he allowed Ruben Diaz is halfway on the floor, and he still tackles him. He still puts in a great tackle. Xhaka for me, 3. Let's moving on to Martin Odegaard. 0 impact. Completely lost. And whenever he received the ball, it was going backwards and sideways. Same could be said about Granit Xhaka. And if he's not going to have an influence on the ball, then have an influence off the ball, especially that you're wearing the captain's armband. And I felt no leadership. I didn't see any pointing the finger at certain players for not doing their jobs properly. I couldn't feel the vocalness. It's like he wears the armband without talking. 3 for Odegaard. Right, going into the attack. Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side of our attack. Took his penalty well. In the second half, he faded. In the first half, he was more lively. I'll give him his due. Showed good strength to hold the defenders of the ball. Yes, he was doubled up and isolated, but still found a red and white shirt, whether passing backwards or sideways. And other than that, I can't really mark him high enough, so I'm going to give him a 6. Gabriel Martinelli, Yeah, average again. All right, he didn't get the overlapping. He didn't get the overlapping help that he could have done with Zinchenko. But again, he's not helping himself again. I'll have to give him. I'll have to give him a 4. And I love Gabriel Martinelli. But however, there was no sign that he was going to be a threat to the Man City defence. Eddie Nketiah, yeah, I've already given him a 3.5. Yeah, I'll stand by that. Woeful with the ball at his feet. Didn't work hard enough for me. And so wasteful in front of goal. Like I said, if Haaland has those opportunities, he gets a hat trick. It's a simple fact. Without any hesitations. The fact that Haaland has one chance and he puts it into the back of the net, and Eddie Nketiah has 3 chances and does not find the net once, tells you what I mean about a Hyde Park class number 9 in Eddie Nketiah and a world class number 9 in Erling Braut Haaland. Say no more. Mikel Arteta, for me, he just allowed the boys to play out from the back without any consequences, and the consequences were paid when Man City scored that second goal. But still, even at 2-1 down, 3-1 down, we're still playing that from the back. At 2-1 down, you change it. You might have to throw caution into the wind. Why not bring on Trossard to help Eddie Nketiah out and leave Martinelli on? Try something. Go 4 in attack, leave 1 or 2 in midfield, back 3. I don't know. 3-2, maybe 4-1. I don't know. You've got to take a risk. And this is the thing. Tactically, he's too afraid to take a risk. I've noticed with Mikel Arteta. For all his passion on the touchline, he's too scared to change the formation and play an attacking formation. You got 4-2-4. You can play with 2. You can play with 3 at the back, 2 in attack, and have 5 in the midfield. All 3 in the midfield, plus the wing backs, left wing back, right wing back. You could have done something at least. I know we've got a thin squad, but you're 2-1 down and you're chasing the game. You are trying to avoid defeat. How about trying putting Rob Holding up top as a number 9? Because I remember Wenger doing that in the Champions League game. We were 2-0 down. We were 2-1 down at half time. Yeah, we were 2-1 down at half time, and Mr. Wenger, lo and behold, played Keown as a number 9. And Keown got us 2 goals to win us the game 3-2. Now, I'm not saying Holding can get us 2 goals, let alone a Premier League goal, but you need to go direct. You need someone who's going to win on the flick-ons. And Eddie Nketiah was never going to win a header for love or money. You need another outlay, yeah? You got Rob Holding, who's good in the air. Bring him on and put him on as a number 9. We've got to try something. Mix it up a little bit. Go for broke. He kept the shape the same all 90 plus stoppage time. Nah. Mikel Arteta, 3 out of 10. The referee, I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10. He got the bookings right. He allowed the game to flow as he does. He didn't have to really interfere. Takahiro Tomiyasu was booked for time wasted. I thought that was a little harsh, but maybe it was the right decision. Ederson was booked for time wasting deliberately, so I think he got that booking right. Bernardo Silva was booked for persistent fouling. And another Man City player was booked. I can't remember the top of my head. However, yeah, he weren't too much in the spotlight. And the VAR decision to not award Man City and Haaland a penalty, well, credit where credit is due. I'll give the referee a 6.5. The Arsenal fans, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give them a 10. They were magnificent from the start to the finish. And even at 3-1 down, I'm hearing reports and word of mouths that not many Arsenal fans decided to leave the stadium. They stayed to the bitter end. As painful as it was to watch Man City win again at the Emirates, they stayed behind after the final whistle to applaud their heroes, their players, heroes, players, to applaud those Arsenal players who went up to the fans, gave a little lap of honour or whatever they did, and to say thank you for their continued support for this season. Massive credit for the Arsenal fans. They've been a joy to our stadium and to the terraces of the Emirates. 10 out of 10. Wow, over half an hour of this stream. Viewers, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. 2 viewers, shout out to yourselves, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's all love in this channel. Otherwise, as your host, your guy himself, it's been a marvelous pleasure to do this match review stream and to be as honest as I can humanly be honest. Other than that, make sure that you tune into my live stream for tomorrow for the preview of Aston Villa v Arsenal, and I'll be picking my 11 of my own, as I always do. So, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, till an end, I thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching and saving the best to last, as I always do. I thank you so much for putting up with me. And my little rant and criticism, of course. That's because I love the club. Wow, I see 3 viewers on it. Thank you. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, by the way. Make sure that you look after your friends. Do look after your families, and make sure that you look after yourself wherever you are, at home or outside. Always hugely important. More peace, more love, and more blessings again. And that's your host, your guy himself. We're going to be chatting again, yeah? So just one more thing for me. Please, always be nice. Now, do mean always be nice. Cheers.